guys, it's me Charata. Welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be super close to my heart because I'm going to share with you everything that I made in my 16-week pottery class. Pottery had been on my vision board for 2024 and I had been trying to get into pottery since the end of 2023, but finally during fall last year I could secure a place for pottery and I joined pottery with my friend Amy and we had so much fun. I did not have any background in pottery. I was literally a beginner and I was so frustrated at first because pottery seems easy, but I would say it definitely one of the most difficult things I've picked up hobby-wise. I've always been a creative girl and it was really frustrating for me because I could not get it right the first time. But now I understand that pottery is such a humbling art and you just have to practice to get to that goal that you want to achieve. But yeah, all that being said, I'm gonna show you everything that I made as a beginner in my pottery class. I used to take classes at Clay Lounge and they have 2 locations in Boston. I'll link their Instagram below if you guys are interested. And yeah, I paid for these classes with my own money. So this is not sponsored at all. It's just I'm so obsessed with pottery and I love it so much. And I feel like it's such a beautiful art form that a lot of people would enjoy it. It's so therapeutic as well and I can go on and on about pottery even though I'm literally the worst potter out there, but I do really enjoy it. And there's something about playing with mud and clay and making things with your hands that I absolutely love. So without wasting any further time, let me show you everything that I made in my pottery class. Let's start with the first piece that I made. This is the first piece I made. I was trying to make a bowl, but as you can see, like the rim was very floppy and I was pretty frustrated when the rim turned out like that. But I realized the thing that I like the most about pottery is glazing, and I literally saved this piece by glazing it. I did like yellow and blue at the center. It now looks like a poppy flower and I am in love, and I also love this bright red color. I tried making a lot of sets. So the first set that I'm gonna show you is a set of bowl and plates, which I am definitely the most proud of. So I made matching bowls and plates. These are the 2 bowls. They are kind of wonky because I'm still not very good at my technique, but like one of these has a little moon at the center and then the other bowl has a little sun at the center, which I absolutely love. And then they have like pinstripe on the outside and I made matching plates. I did practice making plates a lot, so this is one of the plates that I made and this is the bigger one and I feel like it's such a good set. Honestly, I'm so excited to eat out of these plates, and especially the set is so cute. And I also wrote my sun and my stars here because I thought that would be really cute. So this is the plate and bowl set that I made. This is the next bowl set that I made. I obviously was so obsessed with this red bright glaze and I did a lot of red pieces. So I used white clay for this, and these bowls have little flowers in the center, and obviously both of these bowls are pretty wonky because I made them early on. And I tried to make a matching plate with these bowls, so it had these little flowers and then stripes around, and then the outside is just plain red. And I like how these look together. Obviously you can't really eat anything out of these bowls, but I feel like they would be good for dip or just putting them on a cheese board with little berries. Another plate that I made was this one. I tried hand painting flowers on this one, and this is the technique that my pottery instructor Kayla uses on all of the pieces that she makes. So obviously this is a piece inspired by her. I had so much fun painting these flowers onto the plate, but sadly this plate cracked while it was firing, so I can't really eat out of it. I'll probably just use it as a decoration on the wall. I don't know how to like fill this little crack right here. If you guys have any ideas, let me know. But I think I really like this painting technique on clay because I love painting and it kind of combines my two passions. And like using the same technique, I made another set. I made a jug. It was supposed to be bigger, but this was the tallest piece that I threw on the wheel, so I'm still pretty proud of it. But it has a really heavy bottom, so a lot of clay was like stuck at the bottom and I could have pulled it more, but my rims were already getting pretty thin, so I did not want it to get wobbly. So I made this jug and I painted flowers on the jug using the same technique, and I also made two matching glasses. I want to use this set as my matcha set. I can froth matcha in the jug and then drink matcha out of these cups. These cups look pretty good. Obviously this mug has a pretty heavy bottom and the speckles of the clay are pretty close together, so I could have pulled it up more, but yeah, I think it looks pretty cute and it was a really good attempt. I also made this plate. I used speckled clay for this one, and then I really got into underglazing, so I underglazed these tomatoes onto the plate and I also underglazed the rim and then did a clear coat and glazed the entire plate. I think it turned out super cute and I'm definitely gonna make more of these pieces when I join the pottery class again. I'm thinking of joining again in late spring, early summer. I think this is one of the favorite pieces that I made because my technique also improved a lot by the time I made this bowl. So this bowl looks really good. Definitely does not have a lot of height on it, but I feel like this is a really well made bowl. The bottom is pretty nice, it's not that heavy, and I used underglazing on this. I painted this fish and then carved out the design, and I did the same thing on the outside. And this has to be one of my favorite pieces. I absolutely love her. I used white clay to make it. I also handmade a bunch of coasters. These are the coasters that I made. I just cut out circles and then added different designs on the coasters. I made this tiny plate with the marbled clay. I used the white and the brown clay, so it has that sort of marble speckled effect. It's a tiny plate. It is perfect for keeping your cup of tea on it. I also made this spoon rest, added this like little flower design on it, used wax to like make this design. Sadly this has a little chip on it. I also made this piece. I glazed it bright orange. This was my first attempt where I was trying to get height into my pieces, and this clearly flopped, as you can see from the floppy rim out here. The rim did not hold up, so I got inspired by the corals and glazed it a bright orange. I also did some blue underglazing, so it has like hints of blue as well. I'm not sure what to use it as. I was thinking of using it as a mini flower pot, but I think now I can also like add a little succulent or a plant in it and it would look so cute. It is such an interesting design, and I think I'm going to be more conscious about making more nature inspired pieces. This is another little bowl that I made, and like there's a fish at the center and then stripes on the outside. This was my attempt at making a flower pot or a vase, but while firing it kind of like broke off from here, so I can't really gift it to anyone, but I would definitely use it as is because I like how it looks and it would be super cute as a flower pot. This was also one of the first pieces that I made. I was trying to make a cup, and as you can see, like I couldn't get much height into it, and also the rim is kind of wobbly. It's not a uniform rim, and I did a hand pulled handle on it. I used this beautiful lilac color, did stripes on the outside and lilac on the inside. Even though it's one of my first pieces and it's not the best piece that I've made, I absolutely love this cup, especially for drinking tea. It is a little bit tiny, but I think it works. I also made this little dish. It has a tea stamped on the inside, and I made it for one of my friends. This was my attempt at making a lemon juicer. I glazed it a bright orange color, added little carvings on the center, and I feel like it was such a great technique to learn. I'm definitely gonna work more on the technique, but I don't think she looks bad. I think she looks pretty cute. This was another one of the earlier pieces that I made. It's like a dish. You can use it for jewelry or dip, whatever you want. It did crack a little while firing, but I feel like the bottom's still intact for me to use it as a dip dish or as like serveware. In my pottery class, I mostly focused on building on the wheel because I wanted to like perfect my technique and wheel building because I sucked really bad at it and I wanted to improve my technique. That is why like the most pieces that you see are wobbly and I've built them on the wheel. I did very less hand building, but whatever hand built pieces that I've made have turned out so good. So hand build is definitely like, if you want that low risk and high reward kind of situation, hand building is the way to go. But I still want to improve my wheel technique, so even if I join the class again, I'll be focusing on wheel. But let me show you some of the hand built pieces that I've made. I made this little fish spoon holder. The glaze did not come out right because I waxed the tail and the mouth. So the body is orange and I wanted the tail and the mouth to be blue, but since I waxed it, the glaze didn't really stick to it. And since it was one of my first glazing projects, I wasn't sure about what to do, but my technique definitely improved after that. And I feel like glazing is the part of the process that I like the most and spend most of my energy and creativity on. The next thing that I hand built is this little tumbler. I did a lot of hand carving on it. So it has these mountains and trees on one side, and then it has the waves, the moon and the clouds on the other side. And it also has a little opening right here for you to sip out of, or you sip out of this part right here. And the inside, I don't think you can really see it because it's pretty dark. The inside is a different glaze. I did blue on the inside. I feel like it's a nice little touch and I absolutely love this little tumbler. And I think in my next class, I'm definitely gonna build more of these little tumblers and they would be such cute gifts too. The last two pieces that I'm going to show you are hand-built pieces and they turned out so cute. So they're definitely one of my favorites that I've made in this session of pottery. So this is a chip and dip platter and I obviously got this idea from Pinterest. It has little poppy flower right here and then has leaves. It's an entirely hand-built piece and then I did glazing on it and I think it turned out so cute. My friend came over and I served apps in my chip and dip dish that I made, and then I was like, yeah, do you know that I made this? And he was like, okay, so did you just like paint it? I was like, no, I built it out of clay, and he was so surprised. He was like, this looks so good. So my efforts definitely paid off. It made me so happy. I absolutely love this little chip and dip dish. It is so unique and nobody else has it because I made it. And the final piece that I made in this pottery class is this wall altar. It's entirely hand built. This part is kind of wonky, like warped a little while firing, but I feel like it turned out so good. I hand glazed all of the inside, so this I underglazed and then I used wax and then hand painted the glaze, and on the outside it's a bright red. I am so excited about this piece. It has a little hole at the back so I can put it on the wall with a nail, and I'm so excited to use it as my mandir. It would be super cute, and my pottery instructor also liked this piece a lot and getting her approval means the world to me. So these are all the pieces that I made in my 16-week pottery workshop. And if you've been thinking of taking a pottery class, this is your sign to do it, because like all these pieces that I made, firstly I made them from scratch with my imagination and with my hands, and all of these pieces turned out so cute. Every time I use any of these pieces, it puts such a smile on my face, and these are only like the pieces that I have left. I've already gifted a lot of them and I'm looking to gift most of them, but yeah, I am so proud of myself. Even though these pieces aren't perfect, they give me so much happiness. So yeah, that's it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed watching this video. This is not something that I regularly do on my channel, but I definitely had to do this video because I am so proud of everything that I made in pottery class. If you enjoyed watching this video, don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. And if you haven't subscribed to my channel and you liked this video, go ahead and subscribe, and I'll see you in my next video. Until then, bye!